Good morning, my radiating sunshines. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button and give the bell a few kisses. It's the best way to support that mission of shattering the mental health stigma, to support the channel, and you don't want to miss any of the content that I'm creating that is designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. Today, I am going to be reacting to Amy Winehouse Back to Black, and I got nothing, guys. I have no history. I have no exposure. I remember hearing about her passing in the news, but I had no context for it, so I didn't really get affected by it in any meaningful way. And as far as I know, have never listened to any of her music, or I don't know any of her backstory. I know nothing. I'm blind here, guys. So I don't know what I'm getting into, but this was a request from Heather Pinkston, my amazing Patreon. Thank you so much for your love and support. It really means the world to me. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon, please make sure to do so. Link is in the description. Every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. You get priority song requests. You get to jump on Zoom calls with me every single month and hang out, multiple actually. You get a sneak peek at the reactions I'm going to do for the channel, reactions that I only do for my Patreons, personalized stuff, and so much more. Like I said, make sure to check that out. Link is in the description. But I'm kind of excited to see what all the hype is about because I've heard so much about Amy Winehouse and just have no exposure, nothing. So I'm excited to see what it's all about. Back to Black. I did not expect that voice to come out of that mouth. Her voice doesn't look anything like what you would expect to come out of her. So just want to start off with that. Black obviously has a connotation to darkness, to a void, to negativity, and he immediately went back to his booty call, his hookup, while she turns to an unhealthy vice, sounds like some kind of substance. And I do know that she had struggles with substance in her life. That's literally all I know, and that's only because I saw the headlines of the news during her passing. But that is my assessment going in. So her worth is reduced to the lowest denomination of a penny when she's saying, I'm a tiny penny. Her worth is reduced to the lowest denomination, which is frequent during breakups. And she's pining to run back to him despite the fact that this guy is nothing more than 3 red flags and a tattered old trench coat. And it boggles my mind. And I'm just sitting here like when I'm watching a horror movie and you're saying, no, no, don't go in there. The killer's in there. Saying, no, don't go back to him. You can't. Stop pining over him. First and foremost, I just want to say that trying to get back with your ex is like trying to put the poop back in your butt. It doesn't work for a multitude of reasons. You're settling for something that you already know didn't work out. And you're probably blaming yourself, you're second guessing yourself, you're second guessing your intuition. And I see so often when my friends get out of relationships and they're, well, I could have done this and I could have done that. And if only I had done this. Okay, I get it that it's a 2-person tango here. I get that relationships take 2, but very frequently we're putting up with things when we know we deserve better just because a lot of people don't want to be alone. And you're settling and you're second guessing yourself. Stop that, first and foremost. Secondly, turning to a substance, which I still sustain to the end of the song, is what Back to Black is referring to, as she's turning to a substance to cope with the breakup. Turning to a substance exacerbates an already intense and confusing emotion, or series of emotions, the compact of emotions, and it only prolongs the inevitable pain. You can't make these things disappear with a substance. When our heart is broken, we're meant to feel that. We're meant to go through that. And if we don't, we're not actually pushing it away. We're just repressing it, and it will eventually come out. And you have to find positive ways, you have to find positive coping mechanisms to get through a painful time. But stop trying to push it away, because it's meant to be painful, and we can, as humans, go through painful things and survive. I've been there, believe me, I've been there. I've got back with exes. I regretted it. And I just see it happen so often. And of course there are, the exceptions to the rule where one person does go through a dramatic life change, or they realize that they were doing things maybe incorrectly or in an unhealthy manner, and they genuinely go through a changing process. But I'm telling you, that is a needle in a haystack. You are probably not the exception, but like I said, I'm not going to put everything in black and white. There are gray areas, but for the most part, there's just always such a high rate of things turning so toxic when you get back with an ex, and there's always such a high rate of people turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms after a breakup. And I have been through the worst types of breakups, very hard breakups after long relationships, breakups with the person that I thought was the one. It sucks. It does. And you just have to go through that uncomfortable process. And for me, I started really taking that opportunity to get back to what I liked, get back to what I wanted to connect to, get back to doing the things that I enjoyed, because no matter how healthy a relationship is, you always make some sacrifice of yourself. And when you're in a toxic relationship, like this sounds like, you sacrifice the better part of your personality, of your interests, of pretty much everything that makes you you, you are just throwing it on the chopping block. And when you get out of that, it gives you a good opportunity to really reflect and to start exploring yourself more. So being single should not be this time in life, this season in life that is to be pitied. It should be something that we can look at, that we can learn from, that we can experience with joy just as much as being with someone, because you don't have to be with someone to have love in your life. You don't have to be with someone to have connection. And I understand that there are a lot of benefits of being in a relationship. There's also a lot of benefits of being single and of discovering and exploring and having adventures with yourself and falling in love with you. So guys, what are your crazy breakup stories? What are your crazy relationship stories? I always say share your stories here in the comments. It's what helps us shatter the mental health stigmas by talking about it. And man, is there a lot of mental health content surrounding relationships. So share your stories here. I would love to hear them. I actually had a video a while back. There's just some of my craziest stories surrounding dating, so you might want to check that out if you need a laugh after this. But make sure to share your stories here in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up, share it, because I guarantee you, you have at least one friend that really, really, really needs to hear this right now. I love you guys so much. I love you, Heather, for suggesting this to me and for, again, expanding my horizons. I was pleasantly surprised. I liked the black and white aspect of the video, and I think her voice and her cadence really just matched the vibe they were going for, the feel that they were going for. I really liked that, and I would definitely give her a shot and dive into some more of her stuff. So if there's more stuff you think I need to hear, let me know. But I will see you guys soon. Mwah.